So guys, today's story will show you that things can escalate very quickly. On the screen right now is two friends at a pub who begin to get into a little bit of an argument, which can happen amongst friends. You can disagree on things, but this night would turn ugly very quickly, and just one quick decision in a split second will cost someone their life. This is Mr. Brand on the screen, and this is Mr. Richardson. They was described as friends who got into a bit of an argument and a row outside of a pub. When they first come across each other in this pub, they actually exchanged a hug and was friends. But what happened is Mr. Richardson was knocked out earlier that day by Brand's friend, and he was annoyed about the situation and they was arguing over it. Mr. Richardson became agitated and demanded to know who had hit him, and suggested that Brand arrived with the man who hit him, so he was involved in the situation. The argument then became more heated and a barman had to separate the pair and ask them to leave the pub. You can clearly see on the screen right now the two are at a disagreement, but then it begins to escalate. Of course, they're both outside of a pub and they've both been drinking, and alcohol never makes things better. And then Brand decides to come round the other side of this fence to confront him face to face. They both step back after pushing each other, and what happens next was fatal. Mr. Richardson on the left side of the screen was punched by Mr. Brand on the right side of the screen, and he went crashing to the ground. That one single blow had taken his life. Obviously he had been attacked earlier that day as well, which could have played a part. He had been knocked out twice within one day. Brand was jailed for 6 years after being found guilty of manslaughter over what happened. He had tried to convince the police that Mr. Richardson's injuries was caused by a fit. The victim, Mr. Richardson's family, asked for the footage of the attack to be shown in a bid to warn people of the devastating consequences throwing even one single punch on a night out could have. There is numerous times where people will have a scuffle that are even friends and will just shake hands the next day, but in this example it went too far, and it shows you how precious life is, and things like this can happen in these freak cases where people pass away. Show you the true dangers, especially when people are on alcohol and don't really have the defense mechanisms a completely sober and healthy person would have.
What message would you like this case to send to the public?
I think it's really important that people see this CCTV and recognise that Thomas Brand had a choice. He had the chance to walk away from this incident and the result would have been significantly different, but at the minute he chose to go towards Anthony and punch him, it had disastrous consequences, and there's been massive impact for the family, for Anthony clearly, and for Thomas who's gone to jail. So it's about that message of stopping and thinking and not walking towards some kind of aggression, some trouble. Just walk away.
Medical evidence after actually showed the cause of death to be a blow to the head, then the ground. Rest in peace to the victim in this case, Anthony Richardson. The man who had also assaulted him that day, Nathan, was also jailed for 27 weeks after he pleaded guilty to assault and actually body harm against Anthony in the incident before inside the pub, which did not contribute to his death. That is it for this video guys. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel with that notification bell included if you're new. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.